I got to be careful saying this because I don't know what Nigel Farage is up to financially. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I can imagine... I can playfully speculate that the kind of person Nigel Farage solicits donations from... Like, I'm not saying his donors are 100% dodgy. I'm not saying 100%. I have no idea. But, you know, if you put yourself in the position of someone who would donate to a Nigel Farage, to a Reform UK, like, who is that person likely to be? You know, what is it that they're looking to apply political pressure to achieve? What is it that they would actually want? They want alt-right, low-tax ideology shit, don't they? Like, they're not going to give a fuck what happens to public services. They're not going to give a shit what happens to your pension or your interest rate when Trust 2.0 takes off. Like, I reckon, and it is just my opinion, ladies, gents, lawyers, but I put myself in, you know, the Brexit Party or Richard Tice's or a Reform donor's position, and I reckon they would happily donate £300,000 to Party X if Party X want to bring corporation tax down to nothing. If Party X want to kill off inheritance tax completely. If they make the top rate of tax, like, not just abolished, you know, like it's still there, but just, you know, if you earn over £300,000 a year, then you pay absolutely nothing. You know, you are tax-free, man. That's it. You're just a celebrated winner of capitalism. Here's a statue. You've made it. You've won. Doesn't matter if you starve the public services of much needed funding or whatever. Like, it wouldn't matter. It's like a to hell with the consequences kind of person. Me above all else. Like, they would announce a Truss on steroids budget, you know? Like, slash taxes, no workings, no planning, no fucks given. You know, and the markets would go insane again. Like, it'd be like the mini budget, but it would be like a budget. Like, pensions would implode, but they don't have pensions. They keep their capital offshore. Mortgages would explode, but none of them have mortgages. They just own property outright. Bonds would be just gone, you know? But, like, what do you need bonds for? You know, to borrow money to run the country, because none of these cunts are using the NHS or comprehensive schools and shit. These are people with their capital offshore. So the kind of person who donates to a political party like that, you know, who may or may not have had experience in destroying democracies before, I don't know, but who may be connected to other, you know, morally bankrupt sacks of shit in expensive suits who don't give a fuck about what happens to old ladies dying on trolleys or schools shuttering or domestic violence shelters closing. I'm just saying, like, if you solicit donations from Machiavellian, nefarious individuals who don't give dick one what happens to anyone but themselves, maybe you shouldn't be that surprised when one or two of them turn out to be shady, and then your bank go, hang on, yeah, there's lots of weird activity going on with this account here. What should we do? Shut it down. Yeah, give it to the FCA, give it to the NCA. Just, yeah, fucking kill it. Like, do you know what I mean? You know, like once again, like, I'm not saying I know anything really about the financial dealings of one Nigel Farage or the Brexit Party or Tice or anyone. I'm sure they're lovely people, you know? I'm sure they've only ever taken money from real true patriots who only care or want the very best for this country and its future. But I'm just saying, if your vision of the UK is a poorly thought through Trussian nightmare where everything implodes, to hell with public services, and your donors share that sociopathic dream and fuck everyone else, you know, maybe don't be surprised when the people that you get into bed with have also gotten into bed with some other sociopaths or something. Am I making sense? It's like imagine me rolling over post-coital. It's like I've just had sex with a beautiful, though, you know, perhaps slightly trashy 28-year-old harlot that I've picked up in a bar. Imagine that, you know? Just for a moment. Picture that. Me with my goofy teeth and, you know, massive ears and my haggard leprechaun face and slightly paunchy belly, you know? I've just been fortunate enough to have sex in Hattie. I don't know why she's called Hattie, but that's her name. And she's a size 6 blonde from Brighton who is objectively beautiful, though, you know, perhaps a little bit rough around the edges, as I say, you know. And anyway, then as I'm laying there afterwards, you know, with my big ears, my goofy teeth, maybe my penis starts flaring up, you know. Maybe I'm like, what the fuck, Hattie? Like, you give me fucking chlamydia or gonorrhea or something? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, look at me. Like, why is my dick dribbling? And like, what is with all these fucking spots? And then she's like, yeah, well, I'm a filthy fucking harlot. You know? and then I'm like, well, no, look, how was I supposed to know that you were a filthy fucking harlot? And then, you know, she looks back at me and she's like, well, I fucked you, you know. That is Farage. Like, if you're going to go soliciting donations from the kind of people who would donate to a Faragian or Trussian nightmare, don't be surprised when those people turn out to be precisely the sort of person they were always definitely going to be, and then when you get the problems that you're getting from them. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what's causing this, but that would make sense. But yeah, just for the benefit of the lawyers, no, I don't know who the fuck the donors are or how dodgy they are or are not. I'm just saying, you know, if you're personality type Y, maybe don't be surprised when this sort of shit happens to you and not the Green Party. Right? You know, are the Green Party getting their accounts shut down? No.